Come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning. Good Saturday morning and welcome to Build Your Best Life. I'm Deborah Smith and this is my platform to assist youth and young adults to have a better life. So while you're on your road to your destiny, why not be the best you by following my basic principles to build your best life? Thank you for joining me this morning. All of you who are streaming via Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And welcome to everybody wherever you are viewing from. Everyone over in Nigeria, Canada, Jamaica, the Bahamas, all over the United States. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Good morning, Dan. Thank you for joining me this morning. And we're going to get started here. And for those of you who have been following me, I have been discussing those building materials that can help you to have a great life. And we started out in October with associations. You know, it's important who you allow in your life. And you have to forget about all those negative people that you have had in your life over your past. Then we talked about discipline and self-discipline, really, because you get to a point in your life where you are responsible for your life. So you can't depend on your parents or your employers or others to guide you. You have to guide yourself. The next building material we talked about was goals. And I cannot even begin to tell you how important goals are. This month, we are talking about mindset. Mindset, what gets into that mind, it drives you, it pushes you, or it makes you stagnant and not want to do anything. But what your mindset is so important. So that's what I'm covering this month. This morning, I have a little story I will be telling to drive over what I want to get across about mindset. And I would say probably most of you, or 99% of you, are aware of the story of the tortoise and the hare. Remember, that was the rabbit and the turtle, and the rabbit was a person that was, you know, had all that get up and go, and he knew he was fast, and he didn't think anybody would ever be able to beat him. So that's what I'm going to use as my backdrop this morning. But, you know, when you remain stagnant, you limit your growth. You limit your growth. And you never should want to do that. You should always want to develop yourself and to grow. When you work hard, put forth 100% effort and believe in yourself, you grow. So don't ever limit yourself. Okay, now as I talk about the hare, the rabbit, he had a fixed mind. You know, yesterday, well, not yesterday, but Thursday, I talked about the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Well, he had more of a fixed mindset. He knew he was fast. He was confident. He just thought, you know, knew he was the greatest thing and no one could outdo him. So having a positive, being positive about yourself is excellent. So that was, you know, that was a good thing. However, he thought that speed alone would get him where he needed to go in life. He didn't have to plan for detours, rough terrain, any distractions, anything like that. All he had to do was be fast, and he knew he was great, and he could be everything that he wanted to be. Then you had the tortoise. The tortoise, of course, was slow. Turtles are just slow. Turtles and tortoises are slow. But let's think about it. A lot of people that are slow are not slow just because, they want to be lackadaisical, but they are someone that is thinking, analyzing, problem solving as they go. So while the tortoise was slow, he did have confidence. He had determination, and he was willing to work hard for his dreams. So in this story, you had the tortoise and the hare just knew that he could win any race. Oh, he just, he wanted to prove to all the other animals or whatever that no matter who he took on, he would reign supreme. He would be the greatest. And so this particular day, he decided to take on this old slow tortoise. Of course, I can beat the tortoise. So the tortoise, even though he was known to be the slow animal, he agreed to race the hare. So they go to the start line and they get ready to go. And takes off the hare. Oh, he's going so fast. He is up front. He is going because why? Oh, I got this in the bag. I can just take off. I don't have to think about anything. There's nothing going to stop me. I got time to stop and file my nails. I can stop and eat. I can stop and do anything I want to do because I am supreme. Nothing can beat me. So there he takes off and he's going fast, 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 fast as he does. Tortoise just taking off from the start line, taking his time. Well, everybody would say he was taking his time, but he was going as fast as he could, but he was steady in what he was doing. He had the confidence, I'm going to finish this race. I may not be the first one, but I will finish. It is my dream to be able to make it to the finish line. So I know I'm going to do it. I have that confidence and I'll make it. So he takes off and he's going. Well, the hare, of course, I know I'm just miles in front of that slow tortoise. So I think I'll take me a nap. So, as you go through life, you can't stop and take naps. And when I mean that, I don't mean physically laying down and taking a nap. I mean, you can't take pauses in your life. You have to continue to work on being the best that you can be. Because why? Things in life change. Yes, life does not stay stagnant. So therefore, you can't remain stagnant. You have to continue to move and learn. And so while this hare just knew that he didn't need to know anything else, he was just on his A game. He was like, I'll take a nap. Good morning, Peggy. Thanks for joining. So the hare gets on the side of the road and he decides to take a nap. So he's out. The tortoise, on the other hand, is still making a steady pace. He's going at a steady pace. Although he's slow, he's still making progress. It's just one step at a time. That's all we have to do. Take one step at a time. So that tortoise was making one slow step at a time. However, he was making progress. He was getting closer to the finish line. He had that dream in mind. He was determined and he was willing to put in the work. So I'm sure since he was going slower and it was taking him more effort, he would get more tired than the hare, but he didn't care. His dream was to make it to the finish line, whether he was first or second. So there he goes. He's going slowly. And I'm going along the way. What am I picking up? I see different types of plants on the side of the road. That's interesting. Some are blooming and some are not. So he's learning different types of vegetation blooms at different times. He's learning as he's going slow, but he's still learning. He's gaining. He's not fixed. He has that growth mindset. So he continues to go. And there on the side of the road is a hare. He's fast asleep. So if he's asleep, the mind's not working. He's just out. He's taking that break. Why? Because he has a fixed mindset. He's not trying to be better. He knows he is the greatest and he doesn't have to put forth any effort. So he just lays on the side of the road asleep. Tortoise looks over, sees him, turns his head back around and keeps going toward that finish line. And that's what we have to do. We have to have that growth mindset like the tortoise did. That's why it is so important, as I mentioned earlier, about your goals. You have to know where it is that you want to go. Write the plan and make it plain. So you write down where you go, when you're going to get there, how you're going to get there, and you are motivated, right? You are motivated. And this is what the tortoise is doing. So he's confident, he's determined, and he is just moving. He's making progress. Like I said, one step at a time, one day at a time. So if you're working on a degree and you have to work and you have to earn and pay your way as you go, if it takes you 6 years rather than 4, 7 years rather than 4, 8 years rather than 4, it's okay. Because why? You are making progress the way this tortoise was making progress on this particular day that the hare and the tortoise were racing. Well, as the tortoise continued his slow pace toward that finish line, guess what? In the distance, he could see people, the other animals on the side. They were cheering. They were excited. Who's going to win this race? Probably now, most of them had in their minds, in the back of their minds anyway, that, they knew that the hare was going to win as well as the hare did. He's fast. No one can race faster and run faster than the hare. He'll be here. But they were cheering. They were waiting. They were excited. Oh, this race. Oh, wow. So the tortoise, he is just getting closer and closer to his dream. I just want to finish this race. The race is not given to the swift, but those who maintain and are dedicated and confident and work towards it, and they don't give up. So he could see his dream. I mean, he could almost just, feel like he could just almost feel it, but he could see it. Well, back miles behind him, the hare finally wakes up. He wakes up. Took that nap, and he looks back. He doesn't see the hare anywhere, the tortoise anywhere. He looks ahead. He doesn't see the tortoise anywhere, so he takes off. I mean, he's fast, so he's going fast as he can. He thinks that being swift will get him where he needs to be, so he's going as fast as he can. But guess what? The tortoise reached. The tortoise reached the finish line. Awesome, awesome stuff. The tortoise, who had that determination, that confidence, that willingness to work hard, made it to the finish line first. How awesome is that? Not only did he reach his dream of making it to the finish line, but he made it there first. He is the greatest. Why? Because he had that growth mindset. Everybody put growth mindset in the chat box, in the comments. Growth mindset. He was willing to learn. He was open to growth, that things change. If something had happened on his way to the finish line, he was prepared to do whatever and make whatever adjustments he needed to make. But he was steady going. He didn't try to stop the water. He didn't try to stop the smell of roses. He just kept his pace, and he won the race. So, fans, that is the difference in having that fixed mindset and that growth mindset. That growth mindset will take you further because you are continuing to grow and develop yourself. And that is so important. Remember, no matter how old you get, no matter how much you learn, no matter how many degrees you get, what degrees you have, you can always learn something. You learn something every day. I love to read. I love to work various puzzles, and people will say, well, why are you doing crossword puzzles? Why are you doing this? Well, I notice Sister Smith, she sits down and she does puzzles. Wonder why she does these puzzles all the time. Well, not only do the puzzles relax me, but as you do puzzles, especially like crossword puzzles, you learn new words, you learn new definitions, you learn about new places. You can learn so much just from doing crossword puzzles. So the mind is something that we need to keep marinated and keep it moving, especially as we get more seasoned and aged ourselves. We want to keep that brain moving and learning and growing and developing. So those are some of the ways that you can do that, by reading and doing different type puzzles. But I hope that explaining this familiar story of the tortoise and the hare and putting it in the context of your fixed mindset and your growth mindset has helped you to get a good grasp on that. Because again, not only is the mindset important, but having that growth mindset is extremely essential in helping us to be the best that we can be. And we want to embrace those building materials that will help us to build a great life. And mindset is one of those. So I thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I hope that you have enjoyed this segment of Build Your Best Life. And thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate that. But please share this video on your pages with your friends and your family members, because I know everybody is not up. Everybody does not know about my platform. And I think that this will help someone. So if there's someone that you think that this will help, this will kind of like motivate them to, and finally get the picture. Oh, okay, I understand now. All the hype about mindset. So please share the video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. But please share my video with others so that they can, excuse me, get an opportunity to look at it as well. And please like my page if you have not already liked my page. And I do appreciate the comments. The comments help me to ensure that I am providing the content that is helping. And that is my objective here, is to help. So thank you so much. And please visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. That's www.buildyourbestlife.org. On my website, you can find out more about me, more about my platform. You can read my blog. I drop a new article every Monday. So you can read my blog. As well, you can visit my web store. It will give you a list of all of the services that I provide, coaching, counseling. I do webinars, speaking engagements when it's safe to do so. But for right now, I'm doing webinars as well. My book is out there, Build Your Best Life. And if must say so myself, it is a phenomenal book. It will help you to help others. It will help you to help yourself to build your best life. I talk about basic principles that will help you overcome obstacles and to be the best you that you can be. Some of the different things I talk about in the book is how your actions impact your life, how credibility is important and it can make a life, it can ruin a life. You know, it takes 1 second to ruin a good reputation, while it takes blood, sweat, tears, and years to build or rebuild a good reputation. So there are good basic principles in this book. They cannot help you if you don't get the book. So if you visit my website, you can not only get a copy of the book, but you can get your autographed copy of the book. And that's www.buildyourbestlife.org. As well, if you can't wait and you need to get it in your hand by tomorrow, you can also obtain a copy from Amazon.com. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I have live broadcasts on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. This month I am starting, while we are talking about mindset, we're going to interview different individuals. We're going to be interviewing parents, educators, pastors, and youth to get their different perspectives on mindset and how it impacts them, how they help others. So please tune in these different times. And beginning this Thursday, on second Thursdays of the month at 6:30 p.m., we will be having Thursdays with Carol and Deborah. And we'll be discussing the book, Build Your Best Life, each second Thursday and each fourth Saturday at 9:30 a.m. We have Saturdays with Anastasia and Deborah, and we will be discussing the book as well on Saturdays, fourth Saturdays. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, as you travel on the road to being a better you, you will run into detours, distractions, rough terrains. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be the best you so that you can build your best life. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Have a wonderful Saturday. And above all, stay safe. Be blessed. Bye-bye.